takes one leader, he chooses 4 leaders to go to lead an army in 4 directions. And so Vinata is chosen to enter the eastern gates, and he says, you will go towards the east as far as you can go, and that is the point. I'll tell you where to go. You go towards Bhagirathi, Sarayu, Kaushiki, Yamuna river, Saraswati, Sindhu, Son, Mahi and Kala Mahi. All these rivers you will cross. Just listen to this, yeah? Just visualize. He tells him you will cross all these rivers. You will reach villages near Mandara mountain. There will be Yavadvipa. Yavadvipa is considered to be the island of Java. And there is Mount Shishira there. There are caverns, there are forests. Search them all. There is Ikshu Dvipa. There is river Sona. Sona river is there. You can go and see Sona river. It's mentioned by Sugriva in the eastern region. And then there is this Red Sea. And at the shore there is a tree called Katashamali tree. You go there, and that is the abode of Garuda. You know, Garuda, the king of all these birds, and it is his abode. Go and offer your salutations to him. Do you know Indonesian Airways is called Garuda Airways? So this is where it's coming from. The Far East, I suppose. So that was the land, the place of Garuda. And then there is this Kshirot Samudra, the white waves. And there is Lake Sudarshan, is huge. There is an ocean there. Underneath there is fire emerging. And 104 miles from there is Jata Rupa Shila, which is King Anantanaga's abode. So Garuda is here, Anantanaga is there, and then you keep going further, you will reach a mountain. This mountain is called Saumanasa, where Mahavishnu in his Trivikrama Avatara, the first foot was placed on earth, we say, no? And the first foot was placed on Saumanasa hill. The second step was on Mount Meru. And so that is where you will reach, and you will reach this lake Sudarshan, where there are beings of light. There are Siddhas there are beings of light called Valakilya. They spread their light from the eastern region, and you know something, from there the beings from the higher worlds enter the earth, and the earthly beings leave the earth from that direction, and therefore that far you can go. You can't go any further, understand, Vinata? That far you can go east. You make sure you cover all these areas within 1 month. At the end of 1 month, you need to report back, okay? Don't cover the area and disappear, right? You need to report back. You need to tell us, look for Ravana with Sita Devi and return here in 1 month time. They say, yes, sir. This is my edition, okay? They say, yes, sir. And the whole 1/4 of the army takes off in the eastern direction. Then he moves towards the western direction. He declares Sushena to lead the army with Tara's father. And there are these, in the western side, towards the Arabian Sea, is this territories of Saurashtra, of Chandrachitra, Mathura, Bahulika, Kukshi. All these places are there. Father-in-law of of Sugriva also, Kukshi and all, they all were asked to go with Sushena. And there, what do I cover? Well, cover the town of Moravi, Jatapur, Avanti. There is a Sindhu river on this western side, and the sea, the meeting place of these two is a Somagiri mountain. And in that mountain there are winged lions. Okay. These big winged lions, they carry elephants and alligators on their backs. And there is Pariyatra mountain with Gandharvas. So there are certain areas which are occupied by the celestial world of the Gandharvas. Don't go and eat fruits from that mountain. Don't touch that. Don't touch, because it is theirs. You cannot go. You have no right to take their food. Do you know something? Valmiki says this is one thing. But if you live in the Himalayas, you know, the villagers will tell you, hey, we don't go to that region. We don't pick flowers from here. We don't pick herbs from there, because the celestial beings are there. They cause problems for us. There are non-trespassing zones. The higher up in those worlds when you travel. This I know, from my own area I know this. And here you find such statements by Valmiki that Gandharvas live there. And Vajra mountain is there, Chakravana mountain caves are there, go and search. Varaha mountain cave is there, in where Narakasura lives. And there is a golden mountain called Megha that is protected by Indra. And in that western region, there are 60,000 mountains. It's a golden hill range. And in the middle of it is Mount Meru. And there, even the Vishwadevas, Vasus, Maruts, those higher beings come to that Mount Meru, because the sun rays falls first on that mountain, and they come, the celestial beings come to worship Lord Sun every day, he says. And so they come in the evenings, the west, right? They come in the evening and to worship Lord Sun. And so this is the western corner, and that far you can go. You can't go beyond that. 1 month we want the answer of your search. Then he guides Shatabali and tells him to go north to the Himalayan ranges. He says, you begin, there is this land of the Mlecha. Mlecha means the Chinese. Okay. The Chinese. They are called the Mlechas, the beef eaters, eaters of beef. And they go there, Pulinda, Shurasena. You reach all those places, you cross Mathura, Prasthala, Bharata, Kuru. Kuru is Delhi. The Kuru Kshetra is the Delhi region. And Cambodia, Yavana, Peshawar, Peshawar, Pakistan, all those places. Go beyond. And beyond is the Himalayan range. And you will visit the hut of Sage Soma. There is Sudarshana mountain. There are many mountains, and when you cross, there are 100 yojanas, means 800 miles of land which is devoid of life. After that comes Kailasha. And in that Kailasha mountain is the palace of Kubera. And Vishwakarma had made that palace. And you go there. Krauncha mountain is there, which is difficult to enter, but sages live there. And meet them. And there search. Mainaka mountain is there, which is a abode of Maya. Be careful. There are Kinnara women living there. There are hermitages of other beings of light called Vaikhanasa and Valakilya. They are all realized souls. Go to them, ask them, where is Sita Devi, where is Ravana? take their help if you have to. And the rivers and the streams he describes and says, you will finally reach Uttarakuru, where there are different celestial worlds live there, like the Gandharvas, the Kinnaras, the Siddhas, the Nagas, the Vidyadharas. You will hear music from these mountains. You will hear anklets and tinklets and all this. It's a different world. Understand, when you reach there, these beings don't know what is unhappiness. They revel in pleasures. And beyond that Uttarakuru is the North Sea. You cannot cross. You will understand that there is a Somagiri mountain of gold, and from there emerges the abode of Mahavishnu and Lord Shiva and Brahmaji. All those powers are there. You cannot go beyond Uttarakuru. Even the gods cannot go there. Even the sun does not go there. Well, so you don't try to go there. You come back. Search all these places and return. Please understand this dialogue. And then finally he says, South region. Hanumanji, you will be the commander-in-chief of the southern army. You will move to Mount Vindhya. So, crossing Narmada, Godavari, Krishnaveni, Vardha, you will cross the cities of Dasharna and Avanti, Ujjain. You will come down to Vidarbha, which is Maharashtra today. You will cross Bengal and Kalinga. Kalinga is Orissa. Okay? Utkala, Kaushika, Dandaka, Andhra, Pundra, Chola, Pandya, Kerala. You will cross Kerala. So, all these regions you are to cover, Hanuman. Ayomukha, river Kaveri, and Sage Agastya will be there in the Malaya mountain. And you take his consent and take his permission and blessings and cross, and you will reach river Tamraparni, which is Tirunelveli, Tamraparni, and then city of Pandya, the Madurai, and Bay of Bengal up to the sea, and Pushpitaka hill where Siddhas live, Suryavan mountain, all these places. Be careful. You will see on the other side, there is all inaccessible. There are these Rakshasis living in the ocean. And after you cross the Vaidyuta Kunjara mountains, he says, you will see the city of Bhogavati. It is like Rasatala. It is the home of serpents. Vasuki lives there. They say a portion of Madurai went into the ocean. They talk about that. This city of Bhogavati and all that. There is something there in the history. I'm not very sure. I have not studied that closely. But understand, this is how Sugriva explains. There is a Rishabha mountain which is guarded by Rohita Gandharva. And those forests have sandalwood trees. Don't touch these sandalwood trees. So Veerappan did not know sandalwood trees are never to be touched. It will cost your life, And so natu tat chandanam drishtva sprashtavyam tu kadachana. Never make a mistake of touching the sandalwood trees there, and go beyond this Rishabha mountain, and you will reach the capital of Yamadeva. Yamadeva's entry point, that is. And so this is where you are to go, Hanumanji. And thus a big instruction is given. And having said that, well, all are excited to move on. Well, they all go in their directions. And before Hanumanji leaves, we have a dialogue here. They tell him what? They tell him that Sugriva begins to say, Hanumanji, you are the most powerful. No one is equal to you, and I believe success will be yours. When Sri Rama hears this, he also tells Hanumanji, Dadau tasya tata pritaha. So I give you, I part with this ring, which the Sita, when you meet her, she will recognize that this ring has come from me. Here, take this ring, and he gives him his own ring. Hanumanji takes the ring, touches it on his head, bows at the feet of Sri Rama, and Rama tells him, I depend on your strength, Hanuman. Put your effort with great courage so that Sita will be found. Sugriva gives a general talk to these Vanaras, and before they left, once the talk was over, what happened? All of them left, shouting, howling, thundering, rolling, roaring, growling, running, ready to bring Sita Devi single-handed and kill Ravana. And so each one said, I will smash the trees. Some said, I will break these mountains. Others said, I will dig the earth. And some said, we will churn up the ocean. They were so confident of their power and strength. And with that fire in them, they all left.